Welcome to the 911, the Neunelfer. For 60 years, Porsche has been refining the same fundamentally flawed layout, putting the engine behind the rear axle, which is essentially the automotive equivalent of trying to throw a hammer head first. Through sheer German stubbornness and a refusal to admit they were wrong in 1963, they have engineered out every single vice. The result? A car that is so physically capable and so technically perfect that it has almost entirely removed the terror that used to make driving a sports car interesting. It is the ultimate precision instrument, but at what point does precision become, well, a bit boring? Let's look at the engineering black magic. A modern 911 features active aerodynamics, rear axle steering, and torque vectoring that can shuffle power between wheels faster than a casino dealer. It has PASM, Porsche Active Suspension Management, which reads the road and adjusts the dampers before you've even realized there's a bump. It is a car that makes every driver look like a hero. You can take a corner at speeds that would have sent an old 930 turbo into a ditch backwards, and the 911 just grips. It doesn't fight you, it just executes the command. It is performance via algorithm. But here is the reality. The 911 has become the safe choice. If you've had a good year in the city or your consultancy firm is flying, you buy a 911. It's the sports car for people who want the prestige of a supercar but the reliability of a Golf. You can drive it to the office, you can drive it to the supermarket, and you can drive it to a track day. It is everyday usability taken to a pathological extreme. But when a car is this easy to live with, does it still qualify as an escape? Most supercars are an event. A 911 is a very high-speed commute. Technically, the PDK dual-clutch transmission is the greatest gearbox ever made. It shifts faster than a human thought. It is flawless. And that is exactly the problem. When you remove the struggle of a heavy clutch or a mechanical clack of a gated shifter, you remove the engagement. You are no longer driving the car, you are managing a computer interface that happens with 450 horsepower. Porsche will sell you a manual version, the GT3 or the T, but they'll charge you a premium for the privilege of doing the work yourself. It's the only industry where less features costs more money. Let's talk about the options list. This is where Porsche's professional cynicism truly shines. The base price of a 911 is just a suggestion. If you want a leather dashboard, that's extra. If you want a different colored seatbelt, that's extra. If you want the Porsche crest embossed on the headrest, they'll charge you the price of a small television for it. It is a masterclass in incremental upselling. By the time you've finished speccing a base Carrera, you've spent enough to buy a Cayman as a spare. It is a car built on the principle that if you can afford the car, you can afford to be exploited for the floor mats. From a maintenance perspective, the 911 is a professional's dream. Unlike an Italian exotic, it won't melt its wiring harness if you leave it in traffic for 20 minutes. It won't require an engine-out service just to change the belts. But, and it's a significant but, when things do go wrong, the Porsche tax is eye-watering. We are talking about carbon ceramic brakes that cost more than a used hatchback to replace. We are talking about active engine mounts that cost £1,000 each. It is reliable, but reliable doesn't mean cheap. It just means it waits until the warranty is over to break your heart. And then there's the image. The 911 has become the uniform of a successful professional. It's the "I've made it" car. But in doing so, it has lost its edge. It's no longer the widowmaker, it's the wealth manager. It's a car for people who appreciate the engineering but perhaps don't want to get their hands dirty. It's clinical, it's efficient, it's effective. It's everything a German engineer wants a car to be and everything a romantic driver fears. Is it still the best sports car in the world? On paper, yes. Nothing else offers this level of build quality, performance, and daily practicality. An Aston Martin is prettier but feels like it was put together on a Friday afternoon. A Ferrari is more emotional but treats your bank account like an open buffet. The 911 is the logical choice. But the stance here is this: the 911 is a victim of its own success. It has been refined so much that it has lost the theater of driving. It is a tool for covering ground at incredible speeds with zero drama. If you want to arrive at your destination refreshed and on time, buy the 911. If you want to arrive with your heart racing and your hands shaking, you might need to look elsewhere. It is the ultimate driving machine for people who are too busy to actually enjoy the driving part. Subscribe if you want more honest, cynical takes on the cars that the brochures won't tell you the truth about. Or don't. I'm going to go find an old air-cooled 911 that actually smells like petrol and tries to kill me in the rain. See you in the next one.